Almighty is a 2007 American comedy film and a standalone sequel to Bruce Almighty, which came out in 2003. In preparation for this video podcast, I actually decided to watch Bruce Almighty again. That is with the headline star Jim Carrey. It had Morgan Freeman as God. And I remember not liking it as a kid because I had seen that movie before. But I was also raised very religious. So like little chubby 7-year-old me was just like, this is blasphemy. Barely no long division, but blasphemy. And so for that reason, I think when I watched it a bit begrudgingly. But now as a 27 person who's not particularly deeply impacted by the religious undertones, I still didn't like the movie. To be quite frank with you, the reason I didn't like it now had less to do with the religious undertones or overtones. It was very blatantly religious, but had less to do about that and more to do with the general premise of this like cishet white dude screaming about how he's the most unlucky person on the planet because he had a mildly inconvenient stay and didn't get a promotion. And then he's finally able to get his rightful place as God. Only for him to use that power to just do nothing but harass women and brown people. And so beyond that, I was just like, I'm okay. I am cool. I am all right. And beyond that, even as a comedy, it wasn't funny. It did not get a single yuck, a single chortle, a giggle, a hee-hee, nothing. It was not funny. And the sheer fact that they were going to make a second one, I was like, I mean, it could only go up from here if this is what we're working with. So this movie does not have Jim Carrey. This is actually starring Steve Carell and Morgan Freeman. And they're coming back reprising their old roles in the first movie because Steve Carell was in that one too. He's playing Evan Baxter. And Morgan Freeman is playing God again. It'd be weird to switch up the dude, wouldn't it? Eternal, everlasting, and then it's just like get a new guy to do it. Anyway, there's also new cast members Lauren Graham and John Goodman. And so this movie is more of a modern day retelling of Noah and the Ark, which Evan reluctantly reenacts because God continually badgers him to do so. And this commandment ends up going at odds with his aspirations of working in government, or rather he works in government and it makes him look insane building an ark in his backyard. So production for the film began in January 2006. And several visual effects companies were used to provide CGI for the numerous animals and the climactic flood scene at the end. We'll get to that in a bit. By the time the film had completed production, it had become the most expensive comedy film ever made. Wow, because this movie is trash. Spoiler. The record was later overtaken by Men in Black 3, which is also awful. Jesus. The film opened June 22nd, 2007 and made less than its budget of $175 million. Sorry, I just looked at the note. That's a big ass number. Whoa. It's almost $200 million. Wow. Okay. They did not make that money back. And it generally received negative reviews. So just all around bad. Since Evan Almighty was a sequel, hopes were high to continue the success of Bruce Almighty, which grossed nearly Sorry, I had a moment. That terrible ass movie made $500 million. $500 million was made from Bruce Almighty? I'm sorry, okay. Evan Almighty made not even half of that, but come on, can we take a second and really talk about how the movie still made like $174 million, okay? And if they hadn't tanked $175 million into the process of making it, it would have been a lot of damn money.